Welcome to The Breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award-winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today, I want to talk to you about Loving Donovan by an author that I am just in awe of, and that is Miss Bernice L. McFadden. Her books are just amazing. This one was recommended to me by a fellow vlogger, KT the Reader, and I'm so glad that she did. Thank you, Kay. It was what I needed because I love to interweave different books from different time periods. This one just so happens to be, I guess you could call it, it's somewhat historical, but not really. Only reason why I would say it is because of the time, but it's more of a love story. Thus the name Loving Donovan. So we have two main characters, Campbell, who has experienced a lot in her life. Her story was so sad. Some of the things that not only she experienced, but it talked about her background. So basically the character development tells you how Campbell came to be Campbell. And it opens up, this is what blew me away about this book. It opened up with Campbell saying how much she's laying in bed with her husband and how much she's thinking about a former love named Donovan. Now, do you know what kind of love that has to be, that you're laying in bed with your current thinking about your past? That's some kind of love. And so you wonder, like, what is Donovan's story and why aren't they together? And then you meet Donovan. So the first couple of chapters are talking about Campbell's upbringing, her mother, that sort of thing. Then we move on, and let me tell you, there are a couple of taboo topics in this book, so be warned. It's going to move you. There were times when I had to put the book down because it was just like, oh my God, like gut wrenching. Okay? And I don't want to give the book away, so therefore I won't tell you. But then we move on to Donovan. And when we get to meet Donovan, you hear about his upbringing as well, how his parents got together, how there was a negative influence within that marriage, which caused a lifelong problem, not just for his father, but for Donovan as well. So they had this meddling, he had this meddling grandmother. Like, she was one of those mother-in-laws that felt like she had, like, you cannot, her word superseded her daughter-in-law's, her word superseded any woman that, her grandson would attempt to court, and it caused problems within their life. But with Donovan, like, I had to pause because Donovan went through something so traumatic in his life. Never got help for it, and it hindered him from loving someone. So imagine his grandmother's influence, and then this traumatic event that it had left him messed up, y'all. And I kept saying, why didn't they get this baby some help? But we know in our culture, people, don't want to seek help. If you have childhood trauma, then it is best to talk to somebody. If you don't think you can find anybody that you trust, you don't want to talk to somebody that you know, find someone that doesn't know you, but there is somebody out there that you can talk to about whatever it is that's going on. If you feel like you can't talk to somebody, get a journal. Write your thoughts down. Work it out. Because this man lost out on love, y'all, because he didn't know how. And I blame the grandmother. And I also blame her. If you've read the book, I need y'all to come and talk to me in this comment section. Because I felt like the grandmother knew what was going on in her house, because there's no way in the world you can have back in the day, people used to rent out rooms, so a renter, there's no way in the world people are whispering about this person that is renting a room from you and you don't know what's going on. And I felt like she did, because if you read the book, the scene where she said, do not go in that basement, okay? And it didn't dawn on me then, but as I saw the trauma that it caused for Donovan, I was like, the grandmother had to have known. There's no way possible. And again, it hindered him from loving a good woman. Like, this man was scared to have sex. He was scared to have, he was scared to get close to a woman. He heard voices in his head. One was the person and one was his grandmother. So it's like his thoughts were clouded. And I felt so bad for him. And I'm going to tell you something, Bernice, you drew everything out of me, all of the emotions out of me, because you did that with this book. I have so many quotes from this book, because it's like, how do you love somebody that is incapable of loving you back? And that was the issue with Campbell. And then let me just say that when Donovan met Campbell, she was a single mother, and she had a dream. And when her dream became her reality, and at one point it said that she was making 6 times more than Donovan, and Donovan was doing very well for himself. So here you have this woman that you're dating making 6 times what you make. And it's not that she was trying to brag or boast or anything like that. She was just trying to share her spoils with her man. And I think, again, his grandmother came in his ear, and he was unreceptive to what she was trying to do for him. Incapable of loving. And it was so sad. And I really, 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 really wish that I could see a follow-up. And I know it's fictional, but this is someone's reality somewhere, guys. Someone is suffering, just like Donovan. And, so again, I thank you, Kay, for recommending this book. I thank you, Bernice McFadden, for penning this book, because it is definitely one that I will be recommending. If you follow me, or if you are a subscriber of Intellectual Inc., I did a review on this book because it was just so moving. It was just so moving. And like I said, we all wish to experience the type of love that they shared at least once in our lifetime. But oh my God, when it ended, Campbell was destroyed because she took a gamble on Donovan. She thought he was the one. And it happens to us all. And there is a quote in the book, something about, we've all experienced this, and as women, we're not foolish for loving who we love. So I thought that was so beautiful. And I absolutely love this book, and I wish that you all would go and pick it up. Loving Donovan. Now again, there's some topics in here. There's some taboo topics in here that are going to piss you off. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be pissed off, and then you're just gonna be like, oh my God, like that poor baby. And it's not just Donovan. There was another character, and like I said, I don't want to tell you the book because I want you to go pick it up. But please go check out Loving Donovan by Bernice L. McFadden. And if you choose, now if she's the author of Sugar, my personal favorite is the Book of Harlan. But she's got quite a catalog, and I can't wait to bring you more reviews on her books because I just love the way she writes. She writes beautifully. So if you're wondering, yes, I give the book 5 stars. Character development, definitely on point. The plot was amazing. The flow of the story was smooth. Did it teach me something? It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot that you can't love a broken person and expect them to love you the same way in return. You just can't. Now, if you're strong enough to deal with that, then God bless you. But what do you do when they shut down? So definitely a 5 star book. And I'm looking forward to reading much more from Bernice McFadden. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for all of your support for Diamond's Literary World across all social media platforms. You guys are amazing. And I just want to recognize you for what you do for me. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that everyone is enjoying the spring. It's here, but it's bringing with it tornadoes. It's coming in, it's like winter wants to hold on, but no, we're going to, I think we're fully in. I think we're fully there. So with that being said, I want to wish everyone happy reading and be blessed.